Very good evening, everybody. How are you guys doing? Karibuni sana. It's a beautiful Monday evening in the Route 125, representing the Blackout Fire Network. Glad to be back on this amazing Monday evening, 18 minutes past 3 p.m. Apparently today we are in time. I think we should actually just make our show 4 to 5. I don't know why we always say it's 3 to 5. Right. We have all the shows together. But today we are glad to be back on our usual time. And we are super excited to bring for you this amazing show on this amazing Monday evening. Welcome to the Rythm Scoop, all about arts, entertainment, and culture. And of course, a lot of conversation regarding all of that. If you are tuning in on YouTube, Karibu sana. Those who are seeing us on TikTok, what are going on the radio station, and of course on the website, good evening. Welcome. Do interact with us on our pages, just as named before. But do remember, we are also active on our WhatsApp number 0705 428 388. If you haven't downloaded our app, I don't know what you're still doing. Rush now to the Google Play Store, download our app, and get to tune in there nice and easy. They call me SH the Money Plans, and of course we have the lovely Iwaton.
Happy days, kings and queens. It's your lovely Iwaton here on the best radio station, the Blackout for an hour. Welcome to Rythm Scoop. Super excited for amazing conversation that we're gonna have, remembering that it's a great week where you get to do anything that you haven't done. You can always start or basically come back from anything. I'm here transpiring high energy, vibrational energy. Remember that you are the change you need to see in the world. Let's get deep into it this beautiful afternoon.
Amazing. Welcome, guys. Now today we don't have Joby in the building. Apparently she's not feeling so well this morning or today, but hoping she will be joining us on the next episode of the Rythm Scoop show on Friday. So today is just me and Iwaton, so deal with that, guys. You just have to deal with it. Hakuna story ingine. But of course, as always, we're taking a short musical break.
Sure.
We come back because it's on Monday with our weekend recap, and of course talk about a lot that has been happening on Monday. Now, you know me, I don't like seriousness. I just want us to have fun, laugh, talk about easy stuff because it's entertainment. I was here. I won't take you through books, so keep it locked. But definitely remember to share your motivational quote of the day with us. Motivate a friend, motivate. We had penda yeye anasema yeye ujimotivate. Manja unaweza jimotivate wewe pia. Unajua? Jikalishe chini, ongea, alafu ujue unajua kuna saa ingine unajiambiaga tu manze nimechoma. Unajua? Sasa wewe jikalishe chini. But of course you can always actually motivate us this morning or this afternoon from wherever you are by writing in your quote of the day. We'll be back, of course, after this short musical break with our motivational quotes of the day.
Yachayashi Peter boss kwani mimi nugu Skosi nguvu baby girl mi ukula njugu Bad to the bone, lazima nikunywe supu Shake that thing, hadi uweke marufuku Ene kaende, kifo cha mende Ugalina kama maembe na tembe Kemi bubu vitu zetu usiseme Wacha wakati wakidhani kuna vene Peleka juu, peleka chini Usiogope kuu, damu amini Kishika sana, toa ulimi Sakozi kipanda
of the day is, or rather of the week is although no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. Happy new month and happy end month.
That's what's up. My quote of the day is, you can always come back from anything. Anything. So please not give up on yourself. Yes.
Amazing. Featuring Watenda Willie. The song is called Inakubalika. Just as we say here in Kenya, it's right. Anyway, Karibuni sana, welcome back to the Rhythm Scoop Show, all about arts, entertainment, and culture. And do remember, we bring to you this every Monday and Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. But all the way from 3 to 5, anytime in the middle of that. But Karibuni sana, welcome back. My name is Asechi Domani Plus, but of course we have the lovely Iwaton. Hi E.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Fabulous this beautiful afternoon.
How was your weekend?
Fantabulous.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Peaceful.
All right.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was amazing.
Yeah.
Just having a good time, of course, on the side. But definitely, we never forget to work. I wonder.
Definitely.
It's so crazy how we've just grown. You see those women who are busy in the society. I think we used to say so much, I want to be an independent woman.
Yeah.
And then now you're just that woman.
That's so true.
And it's just a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot, and you're like, okay, when are you gonna have that time to, you just understand. I think it's not just a lot, you understand the sacrifices that people make and the time that people keep to make who they are. So in your mind, if that independent woman is this woman who has this and this, how did she get there? You see, it's the sacrifices that you have to make ukuchini to actually meet those standards, which is super crazy, because I feel like we do work really a lot, even sometimes even over the weekend. You don't even get time to actually sit down and relax. In fact, nafikanga say, oh damn, it's a Monday, another roll again. You didn't actually even make time to actually just I always find it really sometimes working hard over the weekend. Sometimes you just want to take a break. As your body ever shine and you're like, I just want to sleep. I just want to, like I'm just tired. Can I sleep for 2 days? And you're very capable of sleeping for 2 days. You see, so I feel like we are at that place, and sometimes you just need some time to take a break, but it never ends there. Now, I think we did a lot of morning on the show of the recap that was actually happening this weekend, and we talked about the Johnny Walker event that actually went down. We had Rema, we had Bien, there was a lot of stuff going down. People apparently occupied the space, literally. They overwhelmed the security guards and they managed to get in there, which actually makes you feel some type of way and grateful. Thank God I didn't go, because how would I handle all this? sometimes mimi big. I can't run that fast. I just lose hope.
Okay.
I'm like, I can't save myself for this shit.
Okay.
I thought I was, when you don't when you're used to the small body in your mind, you think you're still like small.
Okay.
Right? And then everybody keeps saying, you're big. But in your mind, you've always known you're small.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I've always thought I'm still that tiny.
Yeah.
The way I used to be, because it's a new body and I'm trying to adjust.
Okay.
Till we went to the streets that day, Occupy Parliament.
Yeah.
And everybody was running and caught in a hammer.
Wow.
I couldn't keep up. Kina Joby wako huko, niko like, oh my god, you guys have to wait for me. And then I just realized, money, you have to work out. You have to keep the energy. You have to keep, how do we say it? Gas.
Yes.
Because you lose a lot of gas when you gain weight. So yeah, that is what has been happening. I really can't cope with a lot of stuff. Because hii hadi kukimbia hapa mimi ningeanguka. Because nachoka to like, I can run. I'm not saying I can't run like I'm fat, but I can't run the way I used to run before because I have a new body and I have to like actually manage the new body. So yeah, I wouldn't have managed that. For me, ningekuwa wale teeth were broken, bones were broken, because I can't save my life for shit while running. You see, the people who are still dance or save your life. The people who can't dance, they'll just die.
Facts?
Yeah, and the people who can't run, like me, I can't save my life for that shit. Yeah, but that is what was happening over the weekend. And I told you in the morning I'm coming back with the updates of Lauryn Hill. Now apparently, because of the rains, there's a lot that went down on her performance yesterday. She actually performed at 2 a.m.
Okay.
So people are so mad because they paid VIP tickets. I think the VIP tickets were like, was it 12,000?
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think it's around 12k or 6. I'm not so sure. So they paid these VIP tickets, waited for her only to show up at 2 a.m.
Wow.
And the performance didn't go for more than an hour. It was like,
are you serious?
And people are really, really mad. So apparently, the Johnny Walk and guess what? Nyashinsky did perform.
Wow.
Yeah, because now time ilikuwa imepita, waka cancel Nyashinsky's performances. And it is so crazy because now this is what happens to these event organizers. How didn't you know? Like, I don't know if you've noticed, kumekuwa na mvua.
Yeah.
3 days.
Yes.
I don't know where it's coming from. Because this time ya mvua.
That is true.
Exactly. So I've been questioning myself from nowhere to mvua imeanza in off months where we never experience rains. So I've been asking myself, hizi mvua zinatoka wapi? Ama ni global warming? Unajua, and stuff like that. Because when tunasemanga knowledge is also key, but is also dangerous. You might be overthinking a lot. Every time you see something, you're just cautious.
Yeah.
What if this happens? So yeah, we've been experiencing a lot of rains, and apparently the rains are the ones that actually affected, I think, the sound systems and stuff.
Okay.
So they were trying to fix. The sound was not so clear, was not so good at her performance. She had to perform for less minutes. I don't think it was from her. I think it was also not planned by the event organizers. But I'm always like, man, if you're organizing an event, hakuna tu kama iti, you shouldn't have known. If it is security, Iwatan is supposed to be security 100%.
Yeah.
Unajua tukisema iti, they were not expecting. It's an event. You have people there who have trusted you with their lives and their money. And they're expecting security. So why is it not tight? Why are people overwhelmed? Why didn't you put enough security? If it is something to do with rains, why couldn't you protect? Mweke 10, so we do whatever it had to be done. You see, so I believe like precautions zinafaa zikuwe zinachukuliwa because watu kama Lauryn Hill si watu wenye wameweza perform leo. They've been there, they're very big names. So you have to like, actually when they come, they expect better. Because a lot of people cancel events, people from outside because of sound system, maybe wamekosana pesa, or maybe they didn't agree on prices and stuff like that. So you can't tell you somebody travels all the way from the US, comes here, and then the sound system is crap. You know, it doesn't actually make sense. But yeah, that is what happened. But apparently, the Johnny Walker event, they've come out and given a statement. And I'm going to go through the statement before. Dear Walkers, that's the name. Apparently, event is going to keep walking.
Okay.
So, dear Walkers, we sincerely apologize for our valued festival goers, suppliers, artists, and stakeholders for the disruption experienced during Day 2 of the Johnny Walk Festival. Despite our best efforts and foreseen technical challenges, what do you mean? Particularly due to the rain and other conditions affected our sound system, causing significant delays. This resulted into the delayed performance by Miss Lauryn Hill and regrettably the cancellation of our brand partner Nyashinsky's performance, which deeply impacted the overall festival experience, because I think those were the main acts and people were expecting that, because I feel like a lot of people paid for day two, more than one. And would like to extend our sincerest apologies to everyone who was affected. We understand the importance of meeting the high expectation we consistently strive to deliver. In light of these circumstances, we'll be issuing 100% refund of the cash value and each ticket holder spent to acquire their tickets for day two of the Walkertown Festival. Refunds will be processed within the next 2 weeks. This is a reflection of our commitment to fairness and respect for the trust you placed in us. Once again, we extend our apologies to all the artists and partners whose performances were impacted, and to our loyal customers who came to enjoy this festival. We are committed to learning from these challenges. Thank you for understanding and continued support. Let's hashtag keep walking.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is what is happening. Apparently, Nyashinsky's event was cancelled. Nyashinsky's performance was cancelled, and a lot of people. So people had to sit there mpaka 2 a.m. You can imagine by 2 zishashuka, unataka kwenda home, umechoka, labda umenyeshewa, umeshaibiwa. There's just a lot of stuff that has happened.
Frustrated.
You're frustrated already, and I don't actually get this event organizers. Unapata hata, for example, what unalipa like 30,000. You remember Sauti Sol's event? But that's not delivered. Apparently those guys can perform for even 4 hours straight up, you see. So unapata mtu analipa kama 12k for 30 minutes performance, which is not worth the money they used. So I feel like event organizers need to pull their socks. Vitu kama hizi mnafaa mkwe city hatuko tuna expect mvua, so you didn't consider it. Everything has to be considered when you're organizing an event. This was one of the biggest events this year in Kenya, literally, and we already have backlashes, and people are complaining. I feel like this is as to why wameongea JE, because I've seen it. I saw in the morning people are complaining that we can't be here mpaka 2 a.m. hakuna mwenye amenini. Alafu unaona wenye walikuwa hapo ni watu machu hapo kwa VIP. Ni wababa, watu wanataka tukusikia Lorinilo walisikia kiwa toi. Una get like tu ni watu machua, si vijana wadogo. Unajua some mtu actually leave what they're supposed to do to go and show love to their artist, and then umechukua like maybe it's 12k and it's not delivered. It's really questionable, because now how will people trust you next time if you bring up an event, you know? It's super crazy. I feel like our events needs to pull up their socks. Event promoters, event organizers, you need to pull up your socks. So the second day was nothing. Literally nothing interesting happened. Lorin India performed for like 30 minutes, 1 hour max. Alafu ikaisha hivyo. So you see, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but that is what is happening. And I'd like to advise, I feel like every day we learn, but as you organize an event, think about, bring everything to the table. If it is security wise, bring the top-notch security. If it is music wise, bring top-notch musician. If it is keeping time, let everybody have their time of performance. Don't let it tunaanza sasa performance yangu ilifaa kuchukua 1 hour because sasa tunaimba ngoma moja. Unajua pia as an artist you feel like you haven't delivered. And pesa ngapi zimeharibika? Watu wame lose gigs, watu wame lose jobs. Artist wenye walikuwa sha plan anaenda kupewa hiyo pesa, anaenda kufanyia kitu. Now like you see, it's not gonna happen anymore. So it is really sad, but you want on just an overall thought of that. Of event organizing.
I love the fact that they've said they're going to refund the money. That's a good point in regards to people basically sacrifice their time, their finances to be at the event, and it was not well prepared or basically well equipped the way we understand Johnny Walker is a big brand.
Exactly.
So first of all, I'm going to clap for them in regards to actually having that line or thought process to basically refund the finances to the individuals who basically went to the event. And also I believe it shouldn't be an excuse for such a big event like that. Honestly, it's a big event. Everything should be considered regardless. It might snow, it might rain, might be anything, you know, everything should be prepared in regards to the event. And I believe also the timing in regards to different artists performing should be considered. Why is Lauryn Hill coming at 2 a.m. to perform? And they're talking about the power not like going off,
Yeah.
saying like something like
Yeah.
that. No, there shouldn't be any excuse for
Exactly.
such a big event
Yeah.
in Kenya, right?
Yeah.
Because the artists who are there, such big names, we should not be experiencing this at all.
Yeah.
Everything should be considered for the event planners. They should be alert in regards to everything that might happen in the concert. Security too. Let me not give them an excuse or basically grace in regards to they were not prepared for that. They should be prepared for that. Like anything can happen. Guys might just storm and stampede in regardless. So I believe that's my point in regards to that. That was not a good picture.
I know it wasn't, because you know when now we mshamenda na hiyo picture mtaani, so atauliza how was the event, and that's what they see in Kenya, mediocrity. Or you see they can't even have good sounds. I think we're above that.
I know.
If these are one of the biggest events in the 254, it's supposed to be top notch. We can't just be bringing basi hata msanii mdogo wezi mfanyia hivyo. Niko nataka kusema uchukue msanii mdogo, but it's not even okay. With any artist, you have to appreciate people's time, people's work, and people's money at the end of the day. So it's okay because they refunded 100% of people's money, but again, till I see, I can't trust these people. And when you say, oh, what a refund, lakini watu wani pesa yao. So yeah, we can't actually say mpaka nione nita confirm kwa mtu karegeshewa if they were returned, because they're saying in the next 2 weeks, and Kenyans don't shut up. We'll definitely know. So we'll keep on telling you guys about what is happening. Now, as we move on, of course, to a little bit of serious conversation before we switch off. This is, of course, just in news. And Deputy Gachagua tried to actually, cut off his impeachment that was actually going on. You remember we actually reported this, I think, on Friday on the morning show, show, where we're talking about how him and the president have actually collided, and they're not talking one language, they're not speaking one language. So you find that they want to now, or they're creating a motion to impeach him. So he tried to shun the motion not to proceed, but apparently the court has issued ordered and has declined his plea not to be impeached. Now what is happening is the court declines to issue orders to stop Parliament from processing Deputy Gashagua's impeachment motion. I expected that. I think we talked about that when we were saying, once they already use you, and once they already find out that you're not as important as they knew, because looking at Gashagua's issue is that personally I feel like they needed him at that time, and he was impactful at that time. Now they've actually used and gotten every influence that they wanted from him. Now is not important anymore. And when you work around those type of people, you can't trust this type of people working around them. And Gachagua has always been talking. I'm gonna share this video that I've just seen somewhere where he was criticizing. I can't play the video. Why can't I see? He was criticizing the president, meeting the Ford Foundation, and he went ahead to say, how are you claiming when the Gen Z were actually there, you were claiming that the Ford Foundation are the ones that apparently were paying or were sponsoring the Gen Z's movement, but right now we are seeing you shaking hands with of course the same Ford Foundation. But again, that is not something new. That is, I think, something that we actually saw and we've actually talked about. I think I thought this was a video, but apparently this vlog, they don't post videos. So I'm gonna find the video. Let me see if I can get the video. I can't really get it, but the High Court on Monday denied an interim order to halt the presentation of impeachment motion against Deputy Rigathi Gachagua in Parliament. Judge Bahati Mwanyume made this decision after Gashagua's allies, led by former United Democratic Alliance Secretary General Cleophas Malala, filed a petition seeking to stop the motion from being tabled and debated in the National Assembly on October 1st, 2024. Malala's petition included a certificate of urgency and a supporting affidavit, all dated September 30th, 2024. Through his lawyer, Mwenda Njagi, Malala requested the court to issue orders preventing the discussion or action on any motion aimed at removing or imposing sanctions on the deputy president. He argued that the National Assembly and the Senate were improperly constituted, lacking the authority to debate the impeachment. Now, apparently, that is what is happening. But of course, we saw this coming. Definitely, they don't want him in that. It is very evident, whichever he has on them, and it is just tough on his hand right now. I really don't feel like really pity for him because he was not a good leader either. I just feel like all of them are just supposed to go with this. If it is impeaching, if they can actually impeach the deputy president, then if they're given pressure, they can impeach the president. So nothing is impossible if this actually goes. But yeah, that is what is happening. Apparently, I can't wait for the drama because now I'm so sure Gachagua has a lot of that.
Of course.
Yeah, government. So a lot is about to come. A lot is about to be seen. A lot of that might come up because I don't think it's just gonna leave easily and just gonna walk away freely like, hey, scot free and let you guys just take the win. I think it's gonna fight, and I can't just wait to see it happen. Sometimes we don't have to do a lot. Some things just happen because we can see the downfall of a government. First and foremost, we've had cabinet secretaries who wamechinjiwa mara tano, and it's 2 years. We have now impeachment in the same 2 years, impeachment of the deputy president. We have had demonstrations of the Gen Z. We have had people occupying the ballot. It's been so dramatic. You can tell that this government is not really stable. And everything is just revealing. It's actually the years of truth. So let's wait and see what is going to happen. So that is what is happening. Apparently, what do you think? Do you think they will actually manage to impeach him?
If that happens, I feel like there's going to be war.
Yeah.
There's going to be war, honestly. Because I believe there are people who are supporters of
Gachagua.
And they put him there. Maybe some invested in regards to the campaign. So I believe there's going to be war, and it's not going to be good in regards to the side of the president. Because now we'll have two divided groups, government. And maybe I believe the president knows maybe what Gachagua might reveal. And the fact that he's so confident, he's saying, I'm not going anywhere. He's saying, my people put me here. And there's no impeachment happening. He's so confident, like, where am I going? And I believe there's a reason why. There has to be a root to everything. Why is the president talking about impeaching the deputy president? Because at first, they were close and in it together. Now they're not in it together. Something must have happened in regards. Maybe they did not come to an agreement in regards to a decision that I must make, or maybe Gachagua wanted the upper hand in regards to a decision, or maybe even Gachagua, I can say, maybe was not a part of some deal that he made, so they are not seeing eye to eye right now, right? I believe there's something in regards to a decision making that didn't fit right in regards to Gashagua's side and Ruto's side. So there are two divided groups.
Now adding on to that, we have this MP. Can this be a video? Okay.
This whole noise into something. We are actually being kept busy with impeachment ya Gachagua. Ndio ndani iende.
No, you see, they're saying it is a distraction for the Adani deal. This is the MP wa Muchomba, which makes sense, can actually make sense.
Ndio hii maneno ya Chief na SHA, with all the irregularities and unconstitutionalism in it to pass. We are being diverted from the key issues of this country. Maneno ya funding a university. We are diverting the pressure of the young people.
Talking about the funding of the university, remember Mr. President had that meeting with the university students talking about funding university,
the new models.
University, and we're like, they're asking him, why are you in a rush to build other universities? We don't need other universities. And obviously it's a part of where they're gonna pocket this money. So they're like, let's build the universities, but they know where the money is going to. Literally, it's not about the universities.
It's not really.
It's about a lot of deals coming or basically collaborating with Kenya, which is basically benefiting the government. And who's the government? The president and his people.
So it's not literally about the university.
Yes.
It's about them getting those deals.
Thank you.
And actually working with to benefit them. That is literally because even if it's big models of university, there's a Chinese company that is building it. You see, and then you'll ask yourself, what is Chinese doing here?
Right.
You see, and at the end of the day, kuna venye mtu tu pale ana benefit from hii deal at a certain point.
That
Yeah,
is
so
true.
I also want to agree wa Muchomba, this might be really true.
Yes.
Hata kama ina come from a very tribalic state or whatever, because now people are saying they're trying to remove the Mount Kenya region out of Ghana, whatever, but there's a lot of stuff that we are facing as Kenyans. We still have the Adani deal. So right now people have shifted from Adani. People are now talking about Gachagua. And if you want to know how politics is crazy, these people are friends. Every day they meet up. All hapa tu kwa social media ndio watu wanasema hapatani, nini. Wanadanganya. People are not stupid anymore. People walk. The generation is walk.
Yes.
And we know that you guys meet, you guys hang out, your friends, your children are friends. You're friends with these people. You visit each other on the low. So you can't actually tell us that mmekosana tu hivyo. What really happened? You see? So yeah, it might be a distraction, number one. They want us to think that it's gonna happen, and the probably emotion haitapushiwa. Right? As they push Adani, we now discuss about Gachagua. Kidogo Adani kwe push, alafu wa cancel Gachagua.
Yeah.
It was just a distraction. So
or maybe it's actually
possible.
happening, like they're not in good terms.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you think he can fake it?
I believe everything with the government might not be faking. I feel like it might be a distraction. We don't say it is faking because faking it is not true. So there might be that is not happening. But I really don't believe those people who have worked together to create this can actually just decide from nowhere, I'm impeaching you and go. You know, because it's always been 50-50. Nobody, even Gachagua mwenyewe, ajai kuja ku explain. Hata Ruto ajai tackle your situation. In fact, the last time when there was this, people were the ones speculating. Utaisikia Gachagua ameongea vibaya juu ya Ruto. You'll never. Exactly. So that is why when you're a woke person, you'll definitely tell. It might be distraction, number one. Or it might be true they're trying to get him out of that state. So it's a 50-50, but any of this is possible.
Yes.
So as Kenyans, as woke generation, I feel like we should not just think about it one side. Let us concentrate on Neo. Let's not forget the real agendas. Like she's trying to say, we have the Adani deals, we have the SHIF, we have the university models that you were talking about. There's just a lot of stuff. And right now we are thinking about impeachment of the deputy president, of which it doesn't. I don't think imeningilileo kitata kimtoa any effect sana. Because I know all of these people are like crooked leaders, and they don't actually make a lot of sense to me. So yeah, hiyo Gachagua haijanigonga akili venye maybe Adani linigonga, or maybe when we wanted to impeach the president that time it was just you just wake up and feel the environment and you'll be like, shit, it's going down. Unajua na hii imekuwa easy. But let me continue playing this video.
From the funding mess to impeachment ya Gachagua. Gachagua sio wa kwanza kusimama kusema anatetea watu wa Mlima. Uhuru Kenyatta defended Mlima fiercely for 10 years. Uhuru Kenyatta talked about even things that we thought that are very closed up in the society that are not supposed to be discussed elsewhere. The Mau Mau roads. He brought Mau Mau roads only for Central Kenya people. Why didn't you say that Uhuru Kenyatta was tribalist? For Gachagua to talk about coffee, which is also in Baringo, is tribalism. For Gachagua to talk about milk, which is also in Kericho, is tribalism. Come on, guys, open your eyes. This whole thing, impeachment thing, is just a game. It's just a skit being played. So somebody must divert this whole noise into something. We are actually being kept busy.
Which makes a lot of sense. You know, when we now think about Gachagua and stuff like that, we now stop focusing on the real matters. Because Adani ilikuwa ishaleta ngori. It was out there. People have started talking about it even outside the country. Questions are being pulled each and every day. Like, who would actually even sell the airport? You see, thank you, Mr. President of Kenyatta. Yes, he's capable of doing that, and he's super crazy. You see, so I feel like it might be a distraction, number one, but also apart from being a distraction, it might also be, it might also be true. But let's not forget about it. But shout out to Gachagua and Ruto. May you all go. That is all I hope for. But as we move, of course, closer to winding up our conversations of the day, I want us to talk about, I think we've talked about this, but I'm just going to play it because it's also trending again.
So my brother is a student at Jomo Kenyatta Boys High School. He's a Form 4 student. Around 4:05, I receive a distress call from an unknown number. And I pick the phone number, and the other person on the other line is my brother. And my brother is like, "Hi mom," and he's crying. First thing you do is instincts kick in and you're like, "What's wrong?" And he goes ahead to tell me nimevunjika mguu and I'm in so much pain. Niko kwa meza ya x-ray ndo nimepigwa picha. And I'm like, "Who are you with?" Tuko na daktari. Daktari wa shule ama daktari wa maili 10. And he's like, daktari wa shule amerudi shule kwanza. Sijui kuendea nini, confirms to me that actually he has a fracture. Nobody has called me. Nobody told me anything. This boy calls me in the morning. Anaomba simu mwalimu akaniambia ati amepewa leave out sheet. Leave out sheet. Nobody has talked to me in that school. So my brother is a student at Jomo Kenyatta Boys High School. He's a Form 4 student. Around 4:05, I receive a distress call from an unknown number. And
So you've gotten what she's trying to say. I think I'm gonna replay it.
So somebody must dive. So my brother is a student at Jomo Kenyatta Boys High School. He's a Form 4 student. Around 4:05, I receive a distress call from an unknown number. And I pick the phone number, and the other person on the other line is my brother. And my brother is like, "Hi mom," and he's crying. First thing you do is instincts kick in and you're like, "What's wrong?" And he goes ahead to tell me nimevunjika mguu and I'm in so much pain. Niko kwa meza ya x-ray ndo nimepigwa picha. And I'm like, "Who are you with?" Tuko na daktari. Daktari wa shule ama daktari wa maili 10. And he's like, daktari wa shule amerudi shule kwanza. Sijui kuendea nini, confirms to me that actually he has a fracture. Nobody has called me. Nobody told me anything. This boy calls me in the morning. Anaomba simu mwalimu akaniambia ati amepewa leave out sheet. Leave out sheet. Nobody has talked to me in that school.
Alright, so what is happening here is I think it might be a son ama the brother. So
because why is he calling her mom?
Yeah, I think it's I don't know, but let's say it's the son, right? I'm a next of kin or a guardian. Let's just use that, right? So amepigiwa simu na the son, and then it's like niko na fracture, niko hospitali. And it is so crazy because I remember in my school, because I learned in a public school, in public high school. Kama kitu ilikuwa kufanyika, if you got sick, the nurse would call your parents, right? Or the class teacher would call you, or the matron. We had a school nurse who would actually take care of you. Kama mezidi, when you need attention inje, then the nurse had to call your guardian, right? Akuja kama there is attention that is needed, kama kuna hospital unafaa uende for further treatment and stuff like that. But unapatanga, if you look at these fractures, how they are gotten, number one, unapata most of these people, or unapata teachers try to hide what they do in school. Like this unaweza pata mwalimu ndiye alimchapa, so wana hide, that's why they've not called. You see, and they expect him, he's going to just be okay and then he'll come back. The parent won't know. That is one of the situations where people have been bullied even by teachers or mevunjo. Mostly boys, they get it rough. Boys school, walimu wanawapiga sana. It's really, really bad. Even girls school, that really happened to me. I've always said I had the worst experiences in high school. High school is my worst time ever. I wouldn't even go in my next life in high school if I knew it. So yeah, that might be something where there are teachers or somebody just. Have you ever even had people confessing eti alipigiwa simu eti mtoi amekufa? Anashangaa alikufa. Mbona you didn't call me? How did my kid die? How is my kid in this situation? And unapelekwa kwa tu hivi left, right and center, you don't get answers. Because it is so sad when it comes to school fee. Unajua venye watu fukuzwa shule. Mimi nakumbukanga Clark alikuwa anakuja 8 am. Ashasoma majina. Nani Lizingala, who and everybody's out at 8 am. Lakini kitu kufanyikia eti wewe ni mgonjwa, they need attention. You'll never see them call. Right. So there's a lot of laxity that comes with that, and probably might be because they're covering up a situation that happened in school.
Okay.
Because kama amevunjika ukweli akona fracture hadi ameenda hosi, hadi amepewa leave out sheet is end utibiwe home.
Okay.
Mbona hawaku call mzazi? Because I remember mostly girls school, this is what happened to us. Kama ulikuwa unaenda kwenda home, wana call mzazi wako anasema, hey, we've released your kid. Because there are people who didn't go home. Kuna nyinyi watu kwenda kufanya shady behavior siku nje. Sema, hey, we've released your kid, anakuja nyumbani because of this and this and this. So your mom knows you're out of school. I believe ukipelekwa kwa hiyo nini hiyo environment ya shule Iwaton, you are under the security of, or your parent has actually left you to your teachers and to that environment, and has entrusted the school with your life, has entrusted the school with your security. Anything that happens, you don't blame the mom from here, because niliwachia umtoi, and the government has allowed that, and they've signed even papers when they got admitted here. So this is your kid to take care of, right? When you come at home, you're my responsibility. So there's a lot of laxity when it comes to that, and it doesn't always make a lot of sense, because you find some people losing their lives in this procedures and stuff like that. Some people get like lifetime injuries. Unashanga, some people go through mental torture because mwalimu alimfanyia sijui nini. Wengine wanafinywa huko shule, but shule na tend up to cover a lot of stuff that do. Cases mingi tumereport hapa where walimu wengine wapigiwa simu, parents said come pick the body of your kid. Ajaipata, so they've confessed, anasema nimejaribu kufesa, ameenda kwa court, amesema di serikali msaidie. Unajua ajaisaidika. So yeah, it's really sad. It's really bad, because sometimes it might be serious, and you don't know, and you know these are just kids. At the end of the day, kama ni below 18 ya ukweli, ni mtoi, I'll never view him as a grown up. The law says this is a kid, and that is how it's supposed to be. But what are your thoughts?
I'm trying to get this factor in regards to they were hitting the kid in school.
The kid didn't say, he just called at the hospital. Now the kid is in the hospital, right? Alafu akapigia mamake. So when calling the mom, ako like, hi, niko osi, niko na fracture. So akaambia uko osi gani, uko na osi wa, because in school we always have nurses. So nauliza uko na daktari wa shule ama daktari wa nje? Ama akaambia pana, siko na daktari wa shule, niko na daktari wa nje. Alafu akaambia hebu pea u daktari simu. So daktari akakonfirm mtoi wake ako na fracture huko. No teacher has called, no nurse has called her. Mtoi wake ndiye ametafuta simu apige huko nje. Rule aliambiwa wenda OC, because I remember us, we had the school hospital, the dispense, we had the school nurse who tackle like petty stuff like ugonjwa, headaches, diarrhea and stuff. Ikizidi we had the dispensary, sasa hapo nje ya shule. Asa ikishindikana na hizi painkillers haziwezi fanya, you go to the dispensary ama OC ya hapo shule tu hapo nje. So ni kama alikuwa hiyo OC. Alitumwa hiyo OC, and no teachers communicated to the parent that something like this is happening to your kid, to an extent where the next day the kid calls again with the number of the teacher, akisema eti nimepewa leave sheet, nikuje home nitibiwe. Meaning is not just a fracture, it's deep, might be a deeper fracture yenye mtu amevunjika mkono. So anakuambia wewe sasa enda wazazi wako, na hakuna mwenye amekupigia, not even the class teacher, not even the matron, not even the nurse, not even the principal, and you've entrusted your kid to these people. It is crazy. Yeah, it's sad.
I believe something happened to that kid.
Exactly.
And the fact that the kid reached out to the mother, I hope they didn't like.
I hope
boofing.
Yeah, I hope, because most times in a hiyo situation.
Yeah, because what the kid got to do with like breaking a leg or a hand, literally. If I don't even think about anything else, but the fact that you're in school, obviously the parents are basically entrusting you with this kid in regards to their well-being, everything.
Exactly.
So, and the mother was not called,
was not informed.
Yeah, at all. And then she's saying she was told, the kid said he's been given a leave out. She was not informed about this. Something sketchy happened.
Something
I
sketchy
believe
happened.
Maybe they whooped him and broke his leg, or
literally they're covering up for something. Exactly.
Thank you so much.
That is what is happening. It's not right when they don't call you for anything.
Yeah.
Like if
you should know, even if your kid did something.
Exactly.
They always reach out to the parent.
They always reach out. That's why I'm saying.
Or did something.
School fee.
One of their rules were broken, and that happened. They're gonna call you and say you're gonna be sending your son or your daughter home because of this and this. Why did they not reach out to her that I'm taking, or we're taking your son to the hospital? This happened. No detailed information in regards to why the kid is in hospital and why the kid is calling the mother with a different number, unknown number. This is the school's responsibility to call the mother, the guardian, and basically inform them in regards to the child's well-being. Yeah.
Alright, on the comment section said they're always on time to remind parents to clear school fees. Lakini mtoto akigonjeka ama kumia, wanangojea mpaka kufe ndo mzazi akuwe notified. It's true.
Yeah.
A lot of they never rush into, lakini kifika school fees, nini, suspension, hizo watakall mbio sana. In such a situation, it involves class teacher, matron, ambulance, and the next of kin. It is very, very sad.
Or maybe they were on their own.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't call her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unasema you could have gone to school to confirm. Mtoi waka sharudi home. So when you take him back, you make sure you confirm, or you call the hey, mi budangu wako anachezanga. He'd be in school that day. Hata kama ni could drive 7 hours, he'd drive and get there, and he'd want answers. But anyway, as we go to our main conversation, I've been willing to talk about this. This is about Ibungai.
Yeah.
Na Ibungai amekuwa trendy weekend.
Okay.
I think this is a first ever vlog or interview with commentator. He's also a vlogger like him, like her. And commentator was asking about her relationship. She's always like not answering. But this time round, I don't know. I have second thoughts. I thought that she was so mature about it. Let me just play some of the videos.
Okay.
But this one is the major conversation I want us to talk about, where she explained that she didn't move in with the boy because of love, but rather because she had no other place to stay. And she says, and this got me thinking, why you have a lot of young women moving into relationship or moving in together with a man. Probably, you maybe anataka kutoka kwao. Facts, right? Or maybe another place for kuishi. Chali yako sasa kona nyumba huko umeplan uzuri utaishi na yeye. In the back of your mind, you're moving in because you don't have any other
for your own
good.
Yeah.
You don't have any other option because now mzazi yako huku una nyumba, marafiki uwezi pia ishi na wao, and your man is there. So where unaenda kuanza familia and maybe you're not even ready for it. And then by the time you live in together, you find you guys actually can't stay together. You guys have different things in common. We're having in the morning. Exactly. That's why I didn't want us to talk about it so much, because Eve had actually talked about it.
But it wasn't this conversation.
Exactly, it's related.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, oh my god, I was almost bringing that conversation.
Right.
So I'm gonna play this video.
Okay.
People, we end up in marriages or in relationships because of situations. For me, I ended up in a come stay marriage because I don't want to stay in my parents' home.
What do you mean marriage?
Come we stay. See, 6 months ukiishi na mwanaume ni come we stay. You are legally married. You know that. Exactly. So kama ushaishi na mwanaume 6 months, hiyo ni bwanako. It's constitutionally right.
Why are you forcing him on me?
No, I'm telling you, the government has actually stated. It's in the constitution and it was passed. If you've ever lived with a man for 6 months, that's your husband. It's a come we stay. When in your mind unadhani amja sign contract, mkienda court he can claim you and he'll win the case.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding
because
me?
the constitution has stated.
Yeah. So you were married.
Imagine.
And I didn't have anywhere to go. And mind you, I have only met this person towards the end of 2019. Hatuja interact sana, hakuna time ya kujuana. And then each time nimeenda kuishi na huyu mtu nishajulikana. So now we focus on the career. Personally, I don't know how people gonna take it, but personally it's something that I've come to realize recently. I don't even think there was love.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think maybe you went there because of...
Not me, the both of us. I feel like it was situations that brought us together and now work. Sasa venye kazi sasa tena iliingia ilitufanya tukaendelea tu kukua pamoja. But I feel like the situations that we went through, especially me, I didn't have anywhere to go. I ran to him and then now nikajulikana and then I felt like this person ndo amenifunza blah blah. People, especially young people, looking back to my younger self, I feel like it was not love, it was situations.
Alright, so I feel like people are gonna take it badly, but it's facts. A lot of people get into these relationships. Like for example, tuseme, cause anajaribu kusema, I knew this guy towards the end of 2019. Nafaa nitoke kwetu. By the end of 2019, nisha move in na yeye. By the time after 2020, YouTube nisha grow. hakuna time ya kutoka, tuko kazi. So we are just living together. Literally because work tuko pamoja na pia nilitoroka home. So me in my mind I'm like, oh, tunapendana. Ama we are, and then you realize, damn, it's almost 3 years we've been together. And literally there was no foundation of love. And this is why I say sometimes, and I feel like when cause ni kama ndiye alikuwa anajua boy. Wakianza unaonanga na feel, I wanna say it in my terms, I feel like Nikoba alikuwa videographer, ame like them.
Okay.
Akabasi kuja basi tuanze YouTube. Wewe unajua kuongea. So si anakukatia. Sasa si YouTube ikaanza kupik. Ikishaanza kupik ukatoka kwa mzazi wako ukaenda sasa si ni chali yako. Probably ndio mnaanza kujuana because this is, I'm knowing this guy at the end of the year. Na by the end of that year tunaishi pamoja. Sasa wajajuana sana.
Of course.
Exactly. And then unapata wameanza sasa because of work. They've started living together. They now focus on work more than themselves. Because even Trevor together ilikuwa tu every day. Every day. Kazi. They were doing interviews. They were doing good. They were making moves. Only to realize, probably nilipenda umse kweli ama ni kazi tulituleta pamoja. Unajua? I think people might be really bitter about it because on the comment section wako wanaongea crazy. But I feel like it's really true. A lot of women get into marriages because of situations. Unapata, for example, and let's say firstborns, let me not lie, some of them get married off, mostly in African families where we have the black tax. Unapata kama we ni firstborn, unaolewanga mapema ndio usaidie familia yako. Unajua? Unajipata kwa marriage because you want to help your family. Because of situations, literally. Or unajipata because now you have younger kids who are looking up to you. Let me get married first and nitoe job. Unapatanga that is a very common thing. Uko hapo uwezi ishi na mzazi, unataka kutoroka kwenu, una place pa kuenda na kuna Johnny pale amekuingiza box. Na amekwambia kuja tuishi pamoja, sina shida na kuishi pamoja. Unajipata umejipata kwa ndoa yenye hata uko umepanga. Because maybe you didn't have something for you. But if you have, like for example right now, we have our own thing going for ourselves. By the time you're not in a situation where, because I feel like most time it's financial status. You're not in a situation where when you can actually have your own thing going on, see a situation itakuforce it when uolewe na mse. Ama when uishi na huyu. Because now you have your own thing going on. You've created that career for yourself. When you get to marriage, you are ready psychologically. Seti nilipushiwa juu sasa sikuwa na nyumba. Unaona wenye wana job, madem wenye wana kazi wanaenda kuishi kwa maboy wao ndio take care of them. And then you find they're in a marriage and they were not ready. You are 21. Why you married? Because this person maybe didn't have a place to go to. So I really understand where she came from. Made a lot of sense. But what do you think? Is it true what she's saying? Because I feel like
that's true.
Makes sense in a certain type of way, but also maybe somebody might see it. She was going for gains.
Okay, I think it's true what she said. A lot of people are in relationships and marriages because of the situations that basically bring them together. This is a conversation I've had with some individual, a male individual, talking about sometimes women can basically leave their home where they live with their parents because of poverty, number one, which makes you just want to get married, and as a man who's going to take care of you, provide everything, and you're just going to be like a housewife, and you're not going to pay anything, you're just there as a wife, so situations in regards to poverty which made you leave your parents' home and move in with this individual, right? And also with an understanding where women actually do not want to hustle, they don't want to work, they see a very well stable man and they're actually moving with him because they're just lazy, literally. And also, as Shmania said, gains. It's true. Some women just want to settle because of what they're gaining from the marriage, not because they really love this individual. They're not even psychologically prepared for what marriage is. Marriage is a journey. It's not a game that people just come in, you think you can go in and out. That's why you see it when people, or some people, when they're married when they're young, after a few years, maybe when you're maybe 21 you got married, and then maybe you're 28, and then maybe the guy was a little bit older than you who had experiences, you can see that it's not working anymore, because now maybe you're seeing the real world,
Exactly.
and you're getting attention from other men,
Exactly.
and you feel like maybe this man is not understanding you, or the same thing with the man also. It's not really working because you've not had your life.
Your life, exactly.
You should have your life before you become a wife. You should have your life before you become a wife. Honestly, experience what you like, we don't like. Find men who come in and out of your life, understanding what do I like in a man, how do I like a man to treat me. But I can say situations, which is poverty, lack, is the main factor for many people
to end up in early
married.
marriage. Exactly.
Because have you met those girls who are always fantasizing about getting married?
I know.
Like that's what they all talk about.
Nataka kuolewa.
I just want to get married. There's nothing else they're talking about.
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly.
You know? So such individuals, such girls can basically do anything
Exactly.
to get married.
Yeah, but also if
You know?
look at it from this perspective. Because somebody saying if a man took you in, sheltered you, gave you food, clothing, you're not supposed to talk recklessly like that. I don't think it is reckless. I don't think it's coming from somebody who has never been in a situation. Because look at it from a perspective. Ange decide to kuka kwao, a develop career yake na boy on the side.
Yes.
But ya aliona asiwezi kaa hapa kwa wazazi, acha tuninde na umse tuende. So probably she was actually gaining because now YouTube and everything, and then also alipata shelter, alipata nyumba. So somebody can see it from that perspective. That's why people are like, siongei hivyo jia, it equal love. Probably maybe you guys have started knowing each other. Mmeanza kufanya kazi pamoja. YouTube in a boom. You don't know mko like you think you're in love. Only to find out after 3 years we never loved each other. Because even Trevor alikuwa anasema mimi sikuwa onyesho mapenzi. There is no foundation.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, you remember he was saying, and then we mocked him.
Yes.
Exactly. Anasema mimi sikuwa onyesho mapenzi. Mapenzi nimeonyeshwa in the past 7 months. Imeshinda mapenzi yenye nimeonyeshwa in the past 5 years. Na tulimock Trevor. Tukasema a man is not supposed to talk like that. If mwenyewe amekuja aka confirm, situation ndio ilimfanya ishi hapa. Thinking about it, adhani ilikuwa mapenzi ndio iliwaeka hapo. And that's how you'd find at a certain point their relationship did start on a love perspective. It didn't have love foundation. And probably that's why it ended. It had maybe financial gain or maybe work gain. Walianza from a work perspective.
Yes, so true.
You see, so if
they didn't have time to know each other.
Because they were just trying to know each other. They've already moved in. They've already started working together. YouTube is booming. They're already buying houses and cars, building homes. And then realize, come to think about it, tunafanyanga tu kazi sana, tunapendana kweli ama juu sasa tunaishi pamoja tunadhani tunapendana. You see, and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely makes sense. I feel like if we get to understand where people come from, you definitely not judge her from that. I'm gonna go through the comments. Nasema women, I liked her when she was silent. At times nilikuwa kunyamaza, usionyeshe pumbavu wako, umbwa mimi. Which I don't really agree. Someone saying somebody who gave you shelter when you didn't have one, who fed you, brought you to the limelight. I feel like it's bad to talk recklessly like that. Who raised some of you? It's not bad. She just spoke her mind. Come on. Most of the Milayas are in Nairobi in relationship just for food and shelter. Jani mbaya. Those are the ones that don't want to work. Wanasema cha ningie kwa marriage, nitapewa nyumba, nitalipiwa bills and stuff like that. I agree, but ulimwacha mostly jueni. Mtu anasema the two are bitter exes now. I think that they're just maturing and they're just thinking. Because I feel like ni kumachua na kukubaliana tu kusema tu kweli yenyewe. Come to think about it, you see, we always see a lot of red flags. I think on the back office we were talking about that with Sheila and Christine. I was saying women like the bad boys. They never want men who women are confused. Like unapata mwenye anakutreatingi vizuri. Unasema ati mbona tana ana boring. Alafu ule mwenye anasumbuana na ule unadhani unampenda. Unajua you confuse that with love. You see, only to realize this is not what I want. You find it so toxic. You don't like it at the end of the day when you understand who you are. So we were also talking about relating to Eve's situation when we were saying we confuse a lot of stuff as women. You know, you never even sometimes know. You're like, you confuse, hey, is this really what I want? Is this man really toxic or is he masculine? I think we talked about that even in the
masculine and toxic.
A lot of women tend to confuse. I think this was a Sharon Kamlesh. Tend to confuse, I'm not wrong, masculinity with toxicity. Anaona ule mwana mwenye anamsumbua eti ako more masculine, he's more of a man. Unajua, and then you confuse, unadhani, oh, now that's masculine. Kumbe that's just a toxic person, and I hate using the word toxic, but not a right person. You see, so it just happens like that. So I feel like when you grow up and you just mature, you know, unajikalisha chini nasema ukweli najua tu hapa hakuna penye tunaenda. Na unaanga hizi red flags lakini na assume. Kuna watu wanasema tu, because coming to think about it, if you ever had an ex, ukifikiria later uko like enyewe, I give this person a lot of chances. I saw it, kuna vitu uliona day one ama mapema, but you said you brush it off thinking that maybe at a change, or maybe they'll do better, or maybe you can work through that. Only sasa mkishawachana ukijikalisha chini unajiambia enyewe ningeona tu mapema ningetoka. Unajua, so you tend to intentionally assume some red flags. So I feel like when you're with somebody, sit ukuona there are things you saw, and when you're now living each other, you are now mature enough to actually agree and say enyewe we didn't love each other. And probably I wish these are things they would have talked together with Trevor on the low. Without, and I feel like the YouTube would still be going on. They say, Checky, we are together, but we don't love each other. Najua, coming to think about, these are the situations that happen. Even your kulikuwa, we can still work together, or if we can't work together, we can just leave each other maturely. Not to end up kusema yake kwa TV, huyu yake. That is what the problem comes. You see, because they are now all celebrities. When this one says something is gonna pop, right? I'm not saying hata wewe mwanamke kama aingekuwa hiyo pesa ungekuwa na huyo dem. Na venye hana option inabidi ya kutumia, upendwi nani? Mtu anasema, so if she was never in love with the man that built her, what else did she need? Madam natakanga nini? I feel that is just a situations to see it Trevor pia ku benefit from this relationship. You see, I feel like kona anajaribu kusema eti yeye benefit more. Because she was the face. Trevor also benefit. Maybe Trevor juu kuongea, yeye amejua kushika video. Akapata dem anajua kuongea, waka compliment each other, and that's why the YouTube and it's a fact, because if you want to know she was impactful, after 1 week her YouTube was 100,000. So you want to know she had real fans on the side because she was the face, you see, and they compliment each other. But I'm gonna go through this again.
I'm not
hapa naye yako ni bamba, but acha tu ni
so attached to Kaz. So it belonged to him, but we are using it as a family. But thank God, at the time of the breakup, it was written off.
So what is happening is they had this car. I think it got an accident after walikuwa wameachana na Trevor, and then it got written off, iliharibika and stuff. So I think Trevor alienda na gari. So Eve is laughing about it. That is why I didn't get it. As a mature person, regardless, kama kitu imemfanyikia, you can't be actually gracing it. Niliacha ex wangu, thank God amekufa.
I know.
Ama thank God ana job siku hizi.
I know.
Unajua that you don't grace by that. That is childish, because alikuwa anaulizwa how about the car. Akasema okay, gari ilikuwa yake, but tulikuwa tunaitumia kama family car. But then got time tulikuwa tunaachana, it was written off because alipa taxi, and she's laughing about it, you see.
If what change perish. What? So unasema channel,
because I think Mungu alisema unataka kwenda na kila kitu because of the channel, right?
Zichukuliwa zote na wewe gari sawa.
Okay, I would like to clarify something. It's not like nilinyang'anywa. You know, it reaches a point whereby you guys are so toxic to each other, and all you want is this person get out of your life. So I just let go.
So say ati ulikuwa na hizo battles
sana hapana, timu liambiwa nimefutwa kazi.
Alright, so she's trying to clarify channel yake ikuchukuliwa. Unaona nga hiyo point yenye uko na mtu wako na mmechokoshana, uko like kumsata atoka siku gani kwa maisha yangu. Just carry everything and go. Ni gari unataka enda nayo, nitaji sort. Unajua, you're just like I'm so tired, and I feel like when a woman reaches that point, no return. Once you've lost that, exactly, once you've lost a woman, penye nataka tu uende, ashamua you're gone, you're dead to me. That's just how the relationship is there. And you can't actually, I didn't like the fact that Ali rejoiced because the car got into an accident. I feel like that came from a bitter space. Where alikuwa like, unataka kuchukua kila kitu. Hadi gari, sawa, pata accident, hiyo gari iharibike. So yeah, that is what happened, but on the comment section, sema kwa hii relationship kuna mtu bitter. Nasema, I'm really questioning the level of maturity. like despicable. I'm a lady, but I will never be happy about a downfall of someone who had genuine intentions for me and made my career strong. Yet there was a time we were happy together. Ndio mtu anasema bitterness in her. Mtu anasema kumbuka Mungu aishi kwa njia ya kwenda kwenyu. Anasema msichana bado hajahil, ask me why. My fellow men, hope you are learning. Anasema not hating but he is bitter. From that perspective of her laughing about his downfall is showing that she was not really 100% okay with it. However much she tried to actually say she has moved on and stuff, I was expecting her to handle it better. Or, you know, as a celebrity, maybe kutoka placement. This I am saying, as a celebrity, everything you say, everything, the choice of words,
how you act,
the choice of words. Sometimes when I kuuliza swali, maybe you didn't want it to mean like that. I'll interpret it because you've chosen the wrong choices of words. Like for example, I don't like kids around me, and then I hate kids. The choice of words exactly really matters a lot. So yeah, that is what is happening with Eve Mingai. But anyway, all in all, I think like when you're in a relationship with somebody, there's something that brought you together at that point that you saw, and you guys were benefiting from each other, or you guys were growing together. Even if you outgrow each other, their love outgrew you, and now you grow together. I don't believe you are supposed to be in a situation where you talk shit. I would never say my ex did this. Kama nisha move on na niko sawa, like I'm in a safe space, you'll never even hear me talk about my ex. You'll never. Well, once you've already moved, I feel like before you might be because you're coming from a hard space. But once you already move on completely, you don't even think about these people. Ever. And you're just like, I wish him well. I hope he's doing well for himself. Hata kama alikuwa hata aje. Unajua. So yeah, I really think that is it. But as young women, what I learned from all this, and I want to agree, and I also want to tell young women, never get into a marriage because of a situation. Embrace your struggle. Hata sisi hatuko tunaishi na wazazi wetu, struggle in Nairobi mpaka tukuje tukue na makuu yetu. Tulikapitia. Na hatukuwa settle eti niende marriage. Sisi hatukuwa na boyfriend. Mimi kwanza nilikuwa nishapata offers. Come we leave your house. I'm going to pay rent. I'm going to do this. Come we live together. And nilijikwestion mbeshmani wewe uache tu maisha yako ende ukue housewife. Unajua, so yeah, you can either decide to grow by yourself. I think when you grow by yourself, you get to understand yourself, you understand your peace, you understand your space, you understand what you want, how you want to be treated, instead of just getting into a marriage at a younger age because of a situation. That is what I learned from all that. But I think that is where we come to the end of our show. Let me read the comment section real quick. I see Simon, this is Kamlesh in the building. Nasema wagwan to you, Kamlesh. Jem Moskiro is also saying good afternoon. Now Kamlesh is saying live life before getting married. Just make sure you don't use that as an excuse to be a hoe. And he says because they understand value, the younger woman is the more value. The younger a woman is, the more value she has to a man. And I don't understand that. And she says someone
say that.
They say that
because maybe she's easy to listen, to respect a man, and also her experience in life. So I feel like a man is able to kind of like groom her in regards to what he wants the girl to be. That's what I'm thinking.
Is that not control?
In a way. But also if you can groom her to be better, because a woman who's literally younger, her mind is still young, and also the respect that they give to you as a man, that's what I can understand by that. Because sometimes they say women who are a little bit mature older and also experience a lot in life, it's hard for them to bend. I
feel like it's hard for them just to take bullshit. But anyway, I see Simon Hugo guy, god damn it, I'm sorry for calling you that. Kamlesh anasema someone said this is especially for Eve because she's a Christian. God made Eve for Adam and Adam for Eve. A woman prepares herself for a man she wants through her character and behavior. That is Kamlesh. And she says Shmani preach, period. But anyway, we are coming to the end of our show for today. Thank you so much guys for tuning in. Actually, we've taken almost 1.5 an hour today. It's been super quick, but thank you so much for those who have been with us on YouTube. Shout out to you, Kamlesh. Shout out to Jem Mosquito, the 7 people that were in the building with us on YouTube. on TikTok. For those who tap the screen, we can't read your comments from there, but thank you so much. This is where we come to the end of our show for today. But see you tomorrow morning. We'll be back, of course, with Let's Go. But do remember, we do this every Monday and Friday from 3 to 4. Much love. You want on your closing remarks?
Take care, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, General Mosquito. Thank you, Kambash, for joining us in regards to our conversation. Girls, remember, you are the change you need to see in the world. And it's always about putting in the work, believing in yourself, and basically knocking on doors. I believe if you put in the work, keep pushing, consistency is key. Here on the Best Radio Station, the Black Hot Right Now, you find amazing, uplifting, mind-opening, groundbreaking conversation in regards to who you are, mostly the African identity and history. Remember, you are the change you need to see in the world. See you tomorrow. Have a blast. Remember, it's another beautiful week to come back from anything. Take care and much love.
Enjoy your day, guys. Have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening from wherever you are.